What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael, and for those of you who are new to this channel, this is just where I talk about my nursing journey and I share my experiences that are what I've gone through all throughout, and I just try to give some advice and tips for you guys and try to help you guys out. So in this video, we're going to talk about a deep topic that I've been holding off on for a while now because it means a lot to me, and it's made me who I am today. And maybe you're going through the same thing, and that is failing out of nursing school. So let's get right to the video. So back in 2017, I just graduated high school, and then in high school, I was a CMB student. I would rarely get A's, and so decided to choose a nursing major. I knew I had to step it up, and I knew I had to excel and go above and beyond of what I've done, in high school for academics. And so all throughout 2017 to 2020, I was taking nursing prerequisite classes at a local community colleges nearby, and I got all A's, all the classes, math, reading, English, psychology, A&P, chemistry, all those good classes that you need to get into a nursing program. I got all A's. I really surprised myself because I knew I wanted it and I wanted it bad. And I kept seeing that I was, studying and studying and studying every single day in the library, 6 in the morning when it opened, and I was there all day throughout the classes, staying there maybe sometimes till 5 p.m., having classes all day and then just studying when I have free time. And I just grinded all throughout my nursing prerequisite classes. So that's how the journey started. And, each year, I just wanted it more. And I learned more about nursing, all throughout the classes, watching more videos, watching people's journeys on YouTube. That's why I started this channel to begin with, is to record my journey and then just to look back and just to see how far I've come. And that's how it started, and I'm here now. But anyways, so that was in 2017 to 2020, taking nursing prerequisite classes at a community college, got all A's, and then in 2020 applied to some private colleges, local, and didn't get into those. And then I applied to the three local community colleges here. For the community colleges in California, it's through lottery system. So a lot of people apply, about like 200, about around that range, and there's only like 30 spots, 40, depending on the cohort size of that year. So it's a hard chance to get into, but you just gotta wish your luck and hope you get in. And I got in first try. I got the acceptance letter in 2020, and then I was accepted for that fall in 2020. And so I was blessed. I was blessed. So from there, after being accepted into the nursing program, I completed first semester with a breeze. I say with a breeze because I was using the same techniques and I had the same mindset of what I had while taking nursing prerequisite classes. And so I would say that's about like, 50% of my potential. I wasn't giving it, 120% effort, what I should have been giving. And so throughout first semester, I just, breezed through, completed the 4 exams needed, went to clinicals, learned a lot about, nursing and my experience, knowledge gained more. At that time, I also became a CNA. And so, I learned more throughout nursing and the field and working as a CNA, being surrounded by healthcare and all that good stuff. But then, second semester came, and that's when it hit me, where you can't stay at that same mindset, that same effort level that you had. You need to give it your all because, you never know when when a big exam is gonna hit you, and you did not study as much as you should have for that exam, and and the next one, and the next one, and so second semester came, and first exam did poorly on it. Got like maybe a 70%. It wasn't a B. I know that. And then second exam, did a little better. Maybe like 75, 74%. And so my average was around that C range. You need to be above a certain range before the or after that final semester, because if not, then you're going to get kicked out. And so that's what happened. And so all throughout those 4 exams, and then the final came, I needed to score like I was like a 70. I needed to get like a 74% passing grade in the class. for the final grade, and then after the final grade was like 2% points off, so it was like a 72%, something like that. So after failing out of second semester of nursing school, my professors talked to me, and then they gave me two options in order to resume. They told me either you could wait for a spot to be open from the next cohort that was after us, which that would be a long time waiting because rarely people fail out of first semester or leave or life circumstances. So I'd be waiting for a spot that would possibly never be open. Maybe it would take the next semester or the semester after that, maybe a year or 2 years. You never know. So I didn't want to just keep waiting, and then they gave me the second option of going into the LVN program, and I would be starting from the second semester of the LVN program, and it was nice because in that school they have the RN program and the LVN program, and the LVN program is only 3 semesters, so I'll be jumping into second semester and then just doing the second and third semester, and then I'll be done with that. And so that's the option that I chose. The reason why I chose that was because I wanted to continue learning and getting better. I knew I let myself down and I didn't study hard enough what I should have in that second semester of nursing school. So I knew the LVN was going to be a program jumping into second semester where I could excel and get better and learn more and study harder and just continue my nursing journey because I wanted to continue and just not stay stagnant. Something I wanted to touch base with you guys on that I kind of already mentioned, but it's how I felt after getting that result and how that summer was. After failing out of nursing school, it was tough. It was a tough summer. It was that spring semester, so it was like around May, where we took that final, and then all throughout June, July, I tried doing things that would make me happy, and I just felt so down, terrible, miserable, depressed, even. It was a tough summer. I did the things that I love to do, which was fishing and going to the gym, exercising, and nothing would make it better. And it took me a while to come back and bounce back and say this has given me another opportunity to resume in the LVM program, and I'm given another chance, and I'm going to take this chance, and I'm going to give it everything I got. This one I'm going to give it 120%. I'm going to give it everything I got, and I'm not gonna let nothing stop me. So it just takes some time just to heal, and I had a good support system, friends, classmates, family, all there for me at that time because it was a big impact. You just failed out of nursing school. You worked so hard towards something, and then you just failed. But you have to tell yourself that this failure is going to teach you a lesson, and it's a chance for you to get better. So it's going to be tough, but you could get through this. Now we're going to talk about the things that I've learned from this experience, and I kind of already talked about it previously because it all kind of goes together. But there's a couple things. The first one, I have my notes here. Life will test you, and you have to find your why. So that part, how bad, do you want this? If you are in this program and you signed up for it, you worked so hard throughout your nursing prerequisite classes, you got accepted. Why did you sign up for this? Why did you choose nursing? It's a hard major, yes, and it will test you, yes. It is not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it and everyone would pass with flying colors. But sometimes people do not, and it's going to challenge you in many ways. But you have to remember your why. And for me, at that moment, that summer, like what I talked about, I really had to find my why and why I wanted to do nursing in the first place. As a kid in middle school, doing a report on on nursing, and all throughout high school too. I also did reports on nursing. When we had to do like a report on our career and what we want to be when we grow up. So I had to find that why, and my why. Your why needs to be stronger than that reason of you having self doubt and just having these negative thoughts. Whatever happens to you, And if you failed out of nursing school, you have to go back to your why, because that will push you when you can't push yourself. Another thing is you have to let nothing stop you in achieving your goal in becoming a nurse. No matter the failures that you go through, no matter that bad exam, that bad quiz that you got, no matter how many people, talk bad about you because maybe you did a bad skill during clinicals. You just have to tell yourself this is not a setback, it's a comeback. Those failures will shape you and recreate you, and they will make you into the nurse you will become. You will learn from those failures, and they won't stop you. You just have to keep going and keep your head up, because one day you're going to be a great nurse, and you have to tell yourself that, because you will. You are going to be a great nurse. The thing I learned is that you just can't get comfortable. Once you get comfortable, you stay stagnant. And then, just like me in first semester, I got comfortable. I thought that nursing school was going to be a breeze. I didn't study as hard enough as what I should have. And, it taught me a lesson that you always have to stay hungry. You have to find that fire and always keep that fire alive, because you always have to keep your head on a swivel and make sure that you're doing all that you can, because you don't want to have regrets. Once you have regrets, that's when you have to look back and say, I wish I could have done that. I wish I could have done this. But that at that moment, you have to tell yourself, I won't let me get to that point where I'm having regrets and then I'm going to be saying this and that. So work hard now so you don't have regrets later. Last thing I want to share with you guys is that life is a journey, and everyone's journey is different. It's not always going to be a straight path. There's going to be some bumpy roads. And what I mean by that is basically, in my head, when I graduated high school and I got all these A's in, nursing prerequisite classes, got into the program, I thought it was going to be smooth sailing. And I thought it was going to be a straight path. So, I got all these A's, completed all these nursing program prerequisite classes, check. Got into a nursing program, check. Completed nursing school, check. Got a job and became a nurse, check. So I thought it was going to be a straight path just like that, all happy, but it's not. Sometimes there's going to be bumpy roads. Sometimes the direction is going to be left and right. It's going to turn you in some ways, and life will challenge you. And you just have to be ready for those challenges, and you always have to give your 120% effort. Because you never know when life is going to twist and turn you and throw some challenges your way. You just have to accept the fact that, sometimes these challenges will create you, and they're going to shape you and make you a better nurse. So from there, I completed the LVN program, second and third semester, became an LVN, worked as an LVN 2022 and beyond. And then I found out about Nightingale College, the online nursing school where you could take your classes online and then go to clinicals in person in another state. It was a bachelor's degree in nursing. That's why I make videos about it, because I'm so blessed to hear about that program and complete it. And so in 2024, I completed the program, got my RN license 2025 February, and I got my bachelor's degree in nursing. And since then, the rest was history. Now I'm working as an RN, and so this is just my experience that I'm sharing with you guys. That it's not over. It's not over till you say it's over. And if you want to be a nurse, you told yourself that years ago or months ago, however long, you wanted this. If you want it, you want it bad. And if you want it that much, you're gonna do whatever it takes, and nothing will get in your way to accomplish your goal of becoming a nurse. No matter if it's a bumpy road, like what we talked about. Life will challenge you, and you have to just go through those challenges, go through that adversity, because it will create you and make you better. Through the struggles, we learn who we are, and we're going to become a better nurse because of it. So if you made it towards the end of the video and you're still watching, I just want to say thank you. This video means a lot to me. I was supposed to make this, months ago when I got my R license, but like I said, I've been holding back because it was just so hard to make and talk about. But I wanted to share with you guys. This is part of my journey, my nursing journey, and like I said, this is why I started this channel. It's to share with you guys my journey, and I wanted to look back and see how far I've came, and this is a big part of that. So and this is for you guys. I wanted to share some tips and advice and share my experience with you guys, because maybe you're going through the same thing, and you just want to listen to someone else's story. So you can also drop down in the comments your story, and share with us, what you've been through throughout your nursing journey. And yeah, but thank you guys for watching so much. I really appreciate you guys so much. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys. Peace.